Ever find yourself scrolling through your phone late at night and stumble upon a website promising the impossible? High returns, low risk, and a name that sounds, well, familiar. Like something you should know? That's exactly what happened when I started getting bombarded with questions about rogersbank.com. Is it legit? Is it a scam? Are people actually making money, or are they just throwing their hard-earned cash into a digital black hole? Look, we've all been there. The internet is a wild west of financial opportunities, and sometimes it's hard to separate the gold mines from the ghost towns. You see a website, it looks professional, maybe even has a logo that sparks a flicker of recognition. Rogers Bank, right? Sounds reputable. But hold on a second. Because the name Rogers is synonymous with a massive Canadian telecommunications and media conglomerate, not necessarily a global banking institution. So, the first red flag is the name itself. It's playing on brand recognition. Now, I didn't just jump to conclusions. I started digging. I went down the rabbit hole, scouring the internet for information, reviews, anything that could shed light on this mysterious rogersbank.com. And what I found was, well, let's just say it wasn't what I expected. First off, the website itself. It looks slick, right? Professional graphics, testimonials, promises of high-yield investment opportunities. But here's the thing, a good website doesn't automatically mean a legitimate business. Anyone can throw together a fancy webpage. What matters is what's behind it. Let's talk about the claims they're making. They are promising returns that are simply unrealistic. In today's financial landscape, especially with the current economic uncertainties, guarantees of consistently high returns are a major red flag. Legitimate financial institutions operate with caution, emphasizing risk management and realistic expectations. They don't promise you'll become a millionaire overnight. Then there's the lack of transparency. Where are they located? Who are the people running this operation? Are they regulated by any financial authorities? These are crucial questions, and if you can't find clear, verifiable answers, that's a huge problem. You should be able to find their registration information, licenses, and the names of their key personnel. If this information is hidden or vague, it's a massive warning sign. Introduce the concept of regulatory bodies and their importance. Let's talk about regulation for a moment. Financial institutions, especially those that handle investments, are subject to strict regulations. This is to protect consumers from fraud and ensure the stability of the financial system. In Canada, for instance, banks are regulated by the Office of the Superintendent of Financial Institutions, OSFI. In the U.S., it's the SEC and FINRA. Other countries have their own regulatory bodies. If rogersbank.com is a legitimate financial institution, they should be registered and regulated. But here's the kicker, after extensive searches, there is no evidence of them being registered with any major financial regulatory body. This is a critical point. If they're not regulated, they're. We live in an age of sophisticated online scams. Scammers are getting smarter, using advanced techniques to deceive people. They create websites that look legitimate, use social media to spread false information, and even impersonate real companies. They prey on people's desire for quick and easy money, and they know how to exploit that vulnerability. One common tactic is to use fake testimonials and reviews. They'll create profiles on social media and post glowing reviews of their services. They might even hire people to write fake articles or blog posts. Don't trust everything you see online. Always verify information from multiple sources. Another red flag is the pressure to act quickly. They'll tell you that the opportunity is limited, that you need to invest now before it's too late. This is a classic manipulation technique designed to bypass your critical thinking. Legitimate financial institutions don't pressure you to make hasty decisions. Now, let's get specific about some of the claims made by rogersbank.com. They often talk about high-yield investment programs, guaranteed returns, and exclusive opportunities. These are all buzzwords designed to attract attention. But what do they actually mean? In most cases, they mean nothing. They're empty promises designed to lure you in. They might claim to use advanced trading algorithms or proprietary investment strategies, but without any proof or transparency, these claims are meaningless. They may show fabricated charts or numbers that appear to demonstrate great profits. But these numbers are easily manipulated. Without third-party verification, they are worthless. Discuss the potential consequences of investing in unregulated platforms. Investing in unregulated platforms like rogersbank.com can have serious consequences. You could lose all your money. There's no guarantee that you'll get your initial investment back, let alone any profits. You could also become a victim of identity theft. Scammers often collect personal information from their victims, which they can then use to steal their identity or commit other fraudulent activities. Furthermore, if you get involved in an illegal financial scheme, you could face legal consequences yourself. Even if you didn't know it was a scam, you could be held liable for your involvement. So, how can you protect yourself from scams like rogersbank.com? Here are some practical tips. Do your research. Before investing any money, thoroughly research the company. Check their registration, licenses, and regulatory status. Look for reviews from independent sources. Be wary of unrealistic promises. If it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. Legitimate financial institutions don't guarantee high returns. Look for transparency. A legitimate company will be transparent about its operations, fees, and risks. If they're hiding information, that's a red flag. Don't be pressured. Legitimate financial advisors will give you time to make informed decisions. Verify information. Don't trust everything you see online. Verify information from multiple sources, including official websites and regulatory bodies. Trust your gut. If something feels off, don't ignore it. If you have any doubts, don't invest. Contact the real Rogers Communications. If you are unsure, contact the actual Rogers Communications company to see if they are affiliated with the banking site. Look, the bottom line is this: rogersbank.com raises a lot of red flags. The lack of regulation, the unrealistic promises, and the lack of transparency all point to a potential scam. It is incredibly important to be diligent when dealing with your finances. If you decide to invest in any platform, make sure to do your research and ensure that it is a registered and legitimate operation. With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time.